What's up, guys? Happy Monday. I guess
It is
we
Monday.
can, pull this up so people can hear us.
Oh,
There we go. Now you can hear us, right?
perfect.
You can hear us a little bit better. So, I'm sure you're exhausted.
Still. Still.
So for those that had missed it, for whatever reason you guys were living under a rock or something, Brett decided to be super hardcore for charity.
It was all for the kids, dude. It was all for the kids.
So why don't you at least talk a little bit about what
Sure.
you had done over the weekend?
Yeah,
for
yeah.
those that might have missed it.
I play for Extra Life, which if you guys don't know what that is, it's a company, or I guess like a nonprofit organization that works with the Children's Miracle Network, which is all tied together with children's hospitals throughout the country. So I started that back in January, and so I'm playing for we live in Virginia, so the closest children's hospital to me, is the University of Virginia Children's Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So all year I've been raising money, and the 4th of November is actually the official game day.
Right, the big
Right.
day to try to raise as much money as
Yeah,
possible. kind of
and
thing.
I mean, I think total raised just on that day was like $7 million.
I think I saw that your retweet that you said
it's
about
like
that.
$7.3 million.
Just awesome.
Yeah, so 24-hour stream-ish. I ended up making it 22 before crashing.
Yeah, it's just like I can't function anymore.
But I raised $735 that day.
That day alone.
That
That's
day
awesome.
alone. So we're at $1,235. I've got 2 more months to raise my goal. I've upped it. So I crushed my $500 goal.
Yeah.
I crushed my $1,000 on Saturday.
Yep.
So I upped it to $2,000.
See if you can push it.
See
in
if
the
I
last
can
2
push
months.
it in the last 2 months.
I like it.
Lots of stretch incentives
Yes.
were met. Mm-hmm. Lots of crazy things, and I did a pay spin towards what cause? It's the Children's Miracle Network. So all the money that I raise actually goes towards the University of Virginia Children's Hospital. So on my Twitch page or my Extra Life page, you click donate, that money doesn't go to me at all. It literally just goes to the University of Virginia.
So whatever they might need those funds for.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's obviously all to help out kids in need. Yeah. But yeah, crazy stretch incentives.
Yeah.
Were met. I don't get to shave this mug until at least February.
We're pushing for March.
We're pushing for March. We're only $200 away from the March.
We could do it.
Where it's actually April. I wrote down the pay spin. I was writing it, and I was like, oh, I said for 3 months, so that means it's actually till April.
Yes.
So great.
Let's do it, guys.
Sweet. I've been told that I have the face for mutton chops plus mustache.
I'm excited for that.
Combo.
I'm excited
so
for
yeah,
that.
that's gonna be.
So you're gonna have that nice clean shave.
Yep, it's gonna be nice and clean here, starting in January. But then
the rest.
Yep, it's gonna be great.
Oh, I'm so excited for that.
I'm so stoked. You can only imagine. But yeah, so I mean, I'll get off my horse. I mean, it's a super important cause for me.
Yeah.
It's been an amazing experience. So if you guys are interested, by all means, DM me at FarmersRNR. Anywhere on the internet, you should be able to find me, and I can send you all that info.
Yeah, I mean, he did it for 22 hours.
Yeah.
You got to play some party games.
Yeah, we played party games. We did some other games. Nan came over.
Did for a
little bit. My hero came over.
The late night shift.
Yeah, I was super appreciative of that. And I think we spawned something pretty great.
Yes.
Out of that 2 to 3 hour time frame. So
it took a lot longer.
I'm super excited about the future of this duo that we have going on here.
Some exciting stuff coming your guys' way.
Yeah.
But I know you guys are here for Magic.
Yeah.
So we'll talk a little bit about that since there was the Pro Tour and stuff that happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
Seth Manfield was able to win the Pro Tour, which is awesome.
Dude, the Pro Tour this weekend was
a party game. Yeah, that's true.
Was crazy. I was in and out on Saturday.
Well, BlizzCon was also
Friday.
over the weekend, so it was just everything was happening this weekend for content.
The finals though on Sunday, I was just lying in bed awake for a little bit. I'm watching the finals, and there's so many tight games. There could have went any other way. You know, just by the top card.
Right.
A lot of time. And it was varied.
Yeah.
There was no deck that like dominated at least the top 8. You know, we had a lot of crazy, like we had the Sultai Energy, which Seth Manfield played, the God Pharaoh's Gift deck, which Pascal Maynard played, and then we had a Ramunap Red, of course. We had I think there was a Temur Energy.
I feel like there was at least one,
at least in the quarterfinals. But your semis were God Pharaoh's Gift, Sultai, Ramunap Red, and Mardu Vehicles.
Oh yeah, that's
Mardu
true.
Mardu Vehicles. I was like, what is that
Snuck
last
back
one?
In there.
But yeah, Samuel. Shoot, I'm blanking on his last name. He's from Minnesota, I think. I'll look it up later. What's important is that Magic is in a fantastic place right now. And if you guys don't know that, I'm glad I was the first one to tell you. Because it is in a great place.
Yeah, I mean, Standard and Modern, I feel, are in a great place.
Yeah, I can't speak for Legacy.
And there's that whole potential banning coming up. Unbanning, right?
Oh.
There's that...
I didn't even think about that.
Well, because the Pro Tour just ended, so there's going to be that potential of unbanning or banning.
Yeah.
I'm fine with things as are, you know? Like, why change now? Like,
why would we want to disrupt what's okay?
Right? Now...
Unless you're giving me Splinter
I was
Twin.
just about to say...
If Wizards wants to give me Splinter Twin, I'm all for it. You bring that bad boy back, and everybody wins.
I'm okay with how the format is right now without Splinter Twin, but I wouldn't be upset if Splinter Twin came back.
Exactly.
That's how I feel.
How is it oppressive?
Well, I mean, it's like, oh, I tapped out on turn 3, you win turn 4. I mean, that's okay. Modern turn 4 is that, like, in a bubble. That's around the time you should try to kill somebody, right?
Right.
So, that's fine. I'm cool with that.
Ticks all the boxes.
Yes, it
Okay. Just don't tap out.
Just don't tap out.
That's it. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, that's true.
All of my creatures can be killed by spells.
That
can
is
be
also
removed
true.
by spells.
I can be removed by spells, too. That is true, too. Apparently we lost one of our images.
Oh.
I don't know what happened to it.
Rip, dude.
Let me look for that.
But yeah, I mean, Settle the Wreckage is a card now.
Settle the Wreckage.
Settle the Wreckage is so good. Like
that is pretty sweet.
That's how you stop
all
a potential Splinter Twin. Look at that. They just introduced another. It's fine. Wizards, I'm here. Let's just go ahead and bring it back. It's okay.
Make people buy more Standard because
we've
there's
got
this great
answers.
Standard cards.
Okay, we have answers to the problem. All right, I'm gonna get off my high horse now.
All right, let's go. So we recorded this on Halloween.
Yes.
So there are some people that are wearing costumes.
Yes, don't get confused. It was on Halloween. People were dressed up. Someone promised that if they dressed up, they got on camera, which is fine. So we're going to see lots of people on camera that are in costumes.
Speaking of which, let's jump into round 1
do it.
Let's, I know you've been waiting. All right.
Oh.
Round 1, guys.
You were on camera?
Yeah.
I forgot.
I was on camera. Banana versus Bob Ross. So, Banana Man over here is trying out a new deck. New for him. It's a deck that's kind of been in the format for a little while now, right?
Yeah, I'm a little shocked. I'm a little shocked.
Yeah, it's really powerful after Brawl. What was the way you pronounce it?
Brawl.
Oh, who was it saying barrel?
It was, people say barrel, and that's not correct. It's Brawl.
So, he got reprinted. And it's basically...
Well, no, he got printed.
Sorry, he got printed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's basically a reprinting of Goblin Electromancer,
Mhm.
but easier to cast because you don't need the red and the blue. It's just a blue and a colorless.
Right.
So
Also, he has one more toughness, right? Isn't Electromancer 1/2?
So Electromancer is a 2/2.
Oh, 2/2.
Baral is a 1/3.
1/3. Okay, all right.
So yes,
I
he
knew
does.
it was
He
different.
does
I knew
have
it was
one
different.
more toughness, which is nice.
Yeah.
But really, you can go off quicker now because you have access to 8 creatures that can reduce the cost of your spells.
Sure.
And Gifts Ungivens, you can be able to find said spells for only 3 mana.
Right.
I can find 4 stuff. Dump 2 of it into the graveyard. That's fine. I'll cast it from my graveyard later.
Gifts is 5, correct?
Gifts is 4.
Oh, it's 4.
3 and a blue.
Oh.
That's it.
So potentially it's like a 2 cost.
Yeah, if you had both your creatures,
If you had
yeah.
both your... Wow. Okay.
So-
Sure. Yeah. But the beauty of the fact of him having a real name, Baral, Chief of Compliance,
Yeah,
is the legendary rule.
that is true.
So you can't have more than one Baral,
Yes, that is
but
true.
you can have many Goblin Electromancers.
Yes. So there is that little workaround on how things go.
Yep.
So you played Storm for a little bit
I
in
have.
Modern.
Mhm.
Like you did it kind of older version. Didn't have both the creatures to play with.
Right.
Didn't have Storm.
Yeah, you didn't have
The
Gifts
gifts.
Ungiven.
But what's the deck trying to do?
I mean,
what's the objective?
Essentially, Storm is another one of those modern decks that likes to just play solitaire.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of, and we're seeing it right now. Serum Vision's going to come down. Jeremy's going to draw a card, scry 2, and he's just going to kind of sculpt his hand in a way that allows him to combo off. I don't think he necessarily cares what the heck you're doing.
Right.
But it depends on what's in his hand. So if he has some of the combo in his hand, you know, whether or not... and the combo basically is play a bunch of spells, right? Cheap cantrips, things like that. And then you're going to play a card called Grape Shot.
Okay.
Which is, I believe it's 2, right?
Yes.
One,
but
a
if you
colorless
have
and a red.
an Electromancer or Baral
Right.
out, it now becomes 1 red.
Right, and it has a mechanic, which if you guys don't know, it has Storm, which says make a copy of this spell for equal to the number of spells you've cast this turn.
And not
basically.
just the spells you've cast, the
But also
spells
your-
that both people
Correct.
have cast this turn, yeah.
So here comes, is that City of Brass?
It is.
It's City, wow, look at
I
me.
know.
City of Brass, and here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the Baral Chief of Compliance. 1/3 dude that's making Jeremy's spells much cheaper.
So,
Oh.
I opted, because I wasn't sure what he was playing.
Mhm.
I played it
You did
slower
opt.
kind of thing.
You didn't.
I didn't know.
You didn't opt. I didn't.
I
see
did.
you
Oh, I
cast
didn't.
opt at
No,
all.
I did. I'd taken opt out of my deck this week.
Oh.
So this is the more all-in version.
I see.
switched it
I
up.
see. So Metamorphose is coming down for Jeremy.
Yeah, so I opted for a little bit of... Again, I keep saying
Yeah,
opt.
you did
Now
it again,
I'm only
boy.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
But when I saw that he played Baral, I'm like, okay, I know what he's doing now.
Yep.
Now I have to be aware that he could just have it and go off next turn, right? Like, he could just boom, 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 here's all my mana generators. Oh, I also have Gifts Ungiven and plenty of mana. Cool.
Oh, he's gonna opt.
He's
though.
gonna opt.
He's gonna opt to take a look at the top card of his deck, choose if he wants to keep it, draw it, or put it on the bottom. Which it looks like that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna put it on the bottom, draw his card. Now, tricky thing is he has the Gemstone Mine
He does.
and he has the City of Brass, which are really good lands because they don't require too much of a tax to create the colored mana he needs. I assume he has 2.
So,
Probably like a blue and a red floating, I would assume.
he used the blue already for opt. So this was to cast his Metamorphose.
Right. Oh,
And
okay, so
then-
red.
and then-
Okay.
so I'm
okay,
assuming
yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
probably has a red floating, you would assume at this point.
Yeah,
You could have made 2 blue, but...
you could have. It's not advantageous, I think,
Mm.
unless you have the gifts, but even then he doesn't have enough. No, he does. He could cast gifts here.
Yes.
But it looks like he's just going to put an Electromancer out there. Gemstone Mine's going to create
And
So let me ask you a question.
yes.
Is Grape Shot considered like Electrolyze? So for anyone that doesn't know, if you cast Electrolyze and your opponent has a Spellskite, if you target the Spellskite with at least one of the two that Electrolyze gives you
Right.
in damage, it can't redirect the other one because it's already
being targeted by the spell.
So is Grape Shot the same way? Where I say I'm going to hit this Grape Shot, or is it because it's 4 copies of the same spell?
I think because it's 4 copies, you can redirect.
Targets.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he opts to just like kill off my creatures here.
Yeah.
And he says, "All right, here's 3 coming at your elf. Here's 1 coming at Noble High Elf."
Right.
And you see him doing this early because it's set up that he probably didn't have any extra accelerators. But I decide I'll take 8 damage.
Wow.
And just protect my guys.
You're going to go to 9?
I redirect everything to Spellskite.
My goodness.
So
that is quite brave of you.
But
Pump. Glistener Elf is a 2. You can redirect all of them if you have enough life blue mana. Okay. Nice. Alright. Confirmed. Distortion Strike is going to come down. This Glistener Elf is now currently a 3. 3?
yes.
3/3, okay. Man playing Infect? PogChamp? Yo! Eminem, what's up, dude?
Right? All's right with the world.
Yep. Exalted Trigger, now he's a 4. Oh my. Groundswell Landfall Trigger. 4 plus 3 plus 1 is 8.
And there's the mutagenic for 10.
And it didn't matter because Nan just had it.
Just had it.
And yep, they just Jeremy just says, "Yeah, you got me." That's really quick. Not even 10 minutes in. How rude.
Turn 3.
That's
But you also saw that Jeremy was going off on his turn 3.
Was he?
Yes, because he was on the play. He played his 3rd land.
Did he peter out?
Well, he tried to kill off all my creatures.
Right.
So
does that count as going off if he didn't actually kill you when he was just trying to clean up your board?
I think so.
I don't think
you
it
don't
counts.
Think so?
No, like
okay.
If he was like, "All right, here's
going
my
off, gotcha.
Yeah, here's my 10 spells. Also, you're dead." That's if you play a fetch land Kraken and then Groundswell, it gives +6.
So now it goes to sideboard time. Yeah. Like, if you're playing against the Gift Storm version of it, bring in your Graveyard Hate.
Bring them in.
Like, saying, "Hey, you are not going to be able to flashback anything." Right? So you could say, "Here's my Grafdigger's Cage." Right? I'll bring in Relic. Things like that to kind of do battle against the deck. And then some of the other stuff you could try to say, okay, maybe a Dispel or something like that, or do things like ways to kind of interact with the spells that they're going to be playing.
Right.
You can see Jeremy's grabbing more Lightning Bolts.
I think it's solid.
Those in.
Absolutely. I also like Empty the Warrens.
Empty the Warrens is definitely an option to bring in because you can go wide and get in the way.
However, it only protects against either your physical beats or your Glistener Elf. Otherwise, the Infect deck is providing a lot of creatures that either can't be blocked or they fly. Basically a cheater's mentality is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, it's like, oh, those are some sweet goblins you got. Yep. I don't care.
Right.
I'm going right over top or right through them, and you can't stop me.
Empty the Warrens is another storm spell.
It is. There are a couple of those.
Boy, I can't wait for you to name off some other storm spells for me other than Empty the Warrens and Grape Shot.
That dragon.
Storm.
It's that one that you just get dragons. It costs like 9 mana or something like that.
Dragonstorm?
Is it specifically Dragonstorm? I can't remember.
Well, let's take a look at our card bot. Let's figure it out.
I bet you it is Dragonstorm.
! Card Dragonstorm. Show me the money. Jeremy's looking it up. He's a little salty banana. You need to just not put a space in.
Oh, so it is a card. Okay.
Yeah, Dragonstorm is a card. I just don't know if it is exactly what it is that you just told me. Yep, that's it. Literally in the name of the card. We got 8 colorless and 1 red. Sorcery, search your library for a dragon permanent card and put it onto the battlefield and shuffle your library. Storm, copy it for each spell cast before this turn. Okay.
Find dragons.
I mean, how many dragons can you have in a Dragonstorm deck?
All the dragons.
All the dragons.
Now, I feel like you don't want to be playing Dragonstorm, though, because 9 mana is a lot of mana to be getting to.
Yeah, right? But it could potentially be a 1 red and 3 colorless spell. But that's, or again, Magic Christmas Land. Here comes a sleight of hand. Well, we're off to the races already. Mm-hmm. I was getting so excited about how many dragons I could put out. That's a pretty island he has.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. It's better than White Border. Oh, that's not nice. So you brought in a relic.
I did.
Of Progenitus.
I did.
Yeah. Do you put your cards on the table because you're ready to die?
Well, I also, there's sometimes where your opponent asks how many cards are in hand. And so, like, when I know that there's nothing that I can do, like, I'm tapped out, I've done everything, I'll just sometimes lay my cards on hand and just be like, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, if you need to count or whatever, look, you can see them.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Baral, Chief of Compliance, is going to come down for Jeremy. Nan activates his Inkmoth Nexus off of that Pendlehaven he played. And Mutagenic's going to get in there for, oh my, 5? 5? But you're going to go to 16, which is a more manageable life total for the Storm player.
It is. So I had this, like, choice to make. Like, I can play it safe and slow and not attack this turn.
Sure.
And just be able to potentially use the relic and exile stuff if he happens to have a crazy hand that can super accelerate.
Mm-hmm.
But I decided, because I had the double mutagenic, pushing for 5 damage was the better play.
Sure. Steam Ends is going to come down. Putting Jeremy to 18 life. All of his spells are 1 colorless mana cheaper. One red. Here is a Pyretic Ritual. I'm going to make 3 red mana.
Yes.
And 1 spell for Storm. Let's see. Oh.
That was that. He had 2 cards in that sleeve.
Oh.
One of them was a blade.
Judge.
Oh, God.
It's like a marked card, right?
Yes, actually, that would be considered a marked card.
Okay, alright.
Because it's thicker than all other cards in your deck.
Here's a 1 blue floating. Let's use 1 red. And show me another ritual. No, gifts ungiven. Okay, he's got 2 red floating. So alright, so if he has... Oh, is that his... Are you confirming that's his mana and not his spell count?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe that's what I was doing.
You got it. Got it. Alright, 5 poison, 2 red mana floating. He's on spell number 2. He gets a Metamorphose, a Desperate Ritual, a Lightning Bolt, and...
Basically just mana accelerators.
Okay.
So, Lightning Bolt, Metamorphose, and then his 2 rituals.
Sure.
So...
Doesn't feel like he's ready to...
Oh my gosh.
Unless he's got it in his hand. I mean, what do you take here, Dan?
So I don't want him to be drawing extra cards.
Oh. Okay.
So Metamorphose is going to be one of the ones that I want to send to the graveyard. I also don't know if he has another arcane spell in his hand. It's super rare to do the splice to arcane, but just
you gotta
in
think
case.
About it.
Yeah.
You know what's really great? In Goryo's Vengeance when you splice. Ugh. So
that's a deck that we should have.
You're right. I play that one all the time.
I'd be playing that Esper Gifts if we had that all the time. That reanimate.
Yeah. Pyretic.
Vengeance. So yeah, now he's just like, all right, dumping mana.
That's
get
3.
more mana.
Yep, 3 spells in the bin. Blue, show me sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 4 spells. Look at the top 2. I think that's a sleight of hand and
A Manamorphose, maybe?
yeah, Manamorphose seems pretty good.
It definitely, so he can start getting that blue mana that he needs.
Yeah.
But maybe he doesn't have any reason to do it. And okay, so he'll say, I'll, use 3 of my mana to...
Yeah, exactly. And I like how we talked about keeping the relic and then you're tapped out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you had to, because you had to apply pressure.
And that's the thing. So, I got stuck in this spot of saying, okay, he has his Brawl, he was on the play, he'll be at 3 mana, he went off last time with 3 mana. Do I attack or not?
Right.
And because I didn't have another creature to follow it up, I couldn't be like, oh, here's my Noble Hierarch, here's my Glistener Elf or something with that green mana.
Yeah.
I'll try to push damage.
So Jeremy's flashing back spells because of what Past in Flames does. Out of his, everything in his graveyard gets flashback. So he's kind of ramping up his mana here, ramping up his storm count. And now, Manamorphose, he's going to get to draw a card. He had 1 blue. Okay, so 1 and 1.
So
okay.
he didn't have blue before. He had 7 red before.
I see.
That was the confusing part with him using the white and the black dice.
Okay, I see.
Now he does have 2 blue and 6 red.
I understand.
So another cool thing to note is that Jeremy's Manamorphose were signed with red and green ink for the signature.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty sweet. I've seen some people do that with lands too, Steam Vents or something, red and blue signature and stuff, and I think that's pretty cool. If for those that do signed cards and stuff.
All right, so it looks like he picked a Manamorphose, a Grape Shot. I can't make out the other. We're gonna find out. Pyretic and Desperate. Okay, so now your life total is you're currently dead. If you give him that Grape Shot.
So I'm dead no matter what here.
Oh.
It doesn't matter what I give him at this point. Because he has enough mana to flash back whatever I give to him. And he got the accelerators.
But he has to flash back Past in Flames.
And Past in Flames to flash it back costs 5. 4 and a red. And so if he generates more mana, he can cast it back no problem, and then just get extra storm counts by flashing that back and then flashing back Grape Shot. So I was like,
you're just gonna help.
Either way, it doesn't matter as much. I don't want him to draw a card, so I made sure to put Manamorphose in there, so he has to jump through a couple more hoops for it. But because I'm at 16, he has enough that he could flash back all of his stuff and generate more mana, and it wouldn't matter what I gave him at that point.
Sure.
But this right here is a good example of why people say the deck is solitaire. You can see I cannot do anything. I'm just waiting for him to go through the motions and make sure he knows that he can kill me. Right? If he does things correctly, he can kill me, as long as he doesn't Grape Shot himself or something. I don't know. It's at this point I am.
We like to call
dead.
that a misclick.
That's exactly. I did that in Hearthstone over the weekend because I was playing that mage deck that you can take extra turns and generate infinite fireballs.
Right.
And I misclicked because I was using it on my phone instead of somewhere else, and definitely shot myself in the face with a fireball and died.
Shoot.
So
I'm sure your opponent was very happy about that.
I know. I was like, why aren't you conceding? I have everything. Look at all these fireballs I can make. And then, yep, I died. So.
And that's why
I was pretty salty.
They didn't concede.
And that's why.
All right, so now Jeremy's on it. He's got 6 red and 2 blue.
Yeah, and you see him just flashing stuff back at this point. And it's drew some more cards. And really, he's just making sure he can get to that 16 count.
Sure.
That's like 100%. I need to make sure I get to 16.
I mean, can he just cast Grape Shot now?
And that would be a 16
And that
spell,
would be
yes.
16? Okay. Decides not to, however.
Well, it stopped. Double checking, like making sure, okay, numbers are right, things are looking good. No. Make it a little easier. I'm gonna bulge you.
Okay. I mean, this is like classic Jeremy right now.
Now I'm gonna cast Grape Shot.
Okay, all right. And you say target me
Yes.
with all 17 of those, 18 of those.
Yes. Oh, okay, cool. Then
All
we'll go to game 3. That's
Oh,
fine. That's
my.
acceptable. But that shows the power of the gift storm. Like both rounds, Jeremy started to storm off on turn 3.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
that time he was able to kill me.
It's pretty consistent.
It is much more consistent now with both of the creatures in the list.
Yeah. More like banana shots.
See what you did there.
Mm-hmm. Sweet, he's ready to go.
He is. He's like,
No
problem.
changes. Yeah, I got this. Oh, you're gonna make some changes though.
I think
What do you bring in?
I don't remember.
What do you decide that you need to bring in?
I think I might bring in an extra dispel because gifts ungiven is instant speed. So,
yes, it is.
And that's his big like payout. I can find everything else that I need. Right, I can throw these cards in my graveyard, then I'm going to flash back.
Yeah.
So I think it's like, well, I should be able to make this work. Plus, I'm on the play, and you can see like that is very dependent for this matchup. Like that turn 3 is like, am I killing you or am I not killing you? Are you going to kill me? Like what? How's this going to be working here? So. Especially with the all-in version of Infect. Maybe with my older version, then I would have sat back a little bit more. But I feel like the other version was not as well positioned as this version is.
Oh, I see. Now you're planning out where we're gonna cut things off.
Yep.
Smart.
Look
Smart.
at me.
Yep. That's why we put you on camera each week.
I know, just so I can help,
Yeah.
sort through all that. So do you remember all the outfits everyone was wearing? So we had Banana Man,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Bob Ross, Hot Dog. Was he a bear? He had a teddy bear suit. What was that? A dog?
Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bear.
Okay, bear.
It was a bear.
All right.
What was Keenan?
Keenan was like Dark Keenan. I don't know. Like, what's the like? I don't know what his specific name that he had given himself, but he was like, yeah. Keenan was emo.
I don't know. I think it was Bad Boy Keenan.
Bad Boy Keenan?
Yeah.
He had like a specific name,
That's
I
his
think,
Twitch
that
handle.
he did.
Alright, so Nan's going to go to 17, I assume. Get himself a breeding pool. Plays a Glistener Elf. Passes.
Jeremy's like, alright, Jeremy,
yeah,
I got this.
immediately doesn't care. Sees a Gifts Ungiven, and I think it's a Past in Flames?
It is.
Gosh, do you...
So those are like the payout cards,
Yeah,
right?
I'm like, do you just keep those? But, like, if you don't have any mana... Or any rituals... Oh my, they're both going on the bottom. What does he have?
So he could have them in his hand.
He could.
He could also have a bunch of draw spells and not any accelerators. So he could be like, we're missing creatures or something. So maybe he's trying to find those creatures.
Yeah.
But
Windswept Heath. Glistener gets in for classic name play. Just here's one.
Poke you.
Mm-hmm. Even though he's playing an all-in Infect version now. But plays another Glistener Elf. Holding up a protection spell, I assume.
Last 2 games, Jeremy played a creature on turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of expecting that sort of follow-up.
Sure. Steam Vents, did he just pass? No, okay. Alright. Pyretic Ritual, Blood Moon.
He could. Look again. There,
all right.
His creature.
Bro, I mean, that's the beauty of having 8 creatures now instead of 4. Chances are pretty high he's going to have another one. I do in fact like the Pyretic Blood Moon.
Into Blood Moon?
Do you respect it?
No. Can you see I was like...
Clearly I can tell that you did not respect it.
I did not.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. He is a 1/3.
Yeah.
So he is like,
God.
I am not concerned by your infect creatures.
Here comes 2. Baral jumps in front of 1. Immediately saddened.
So instead of pushing damage and shooting 5 for him, I said, last couple times you killed me on turn 3 because everything costs 1 less.
Right.
So I'll do 1 damage to you and at least kill your creature because maybe you don't have a second creature.
Sure. Yeah. That's Spire Bluff Canal.
Into a serum.
Yep. Looks at top 2. Looks like a Steam Vents into Serum Visions.
So yeah, we are seeing a lot of like accelerators and not much payoff stuff.
Yeah, but I mean he put 2 payoff spells on Grape Shot for so 2.
I lose 2 elves.
Not bad, not bad. I do not like the fact that you have an Inkmoth Nexus.
Right.
Inkmoth Nexus is such a pesky little card. And a Blighted Agent to top it off. Okay. I feel like he's gonna Grape Shot you again.
Alright, he's just been shooting my stuff.
Plays a Mountain. Here we go. Baral, Chief of Compliance.
Yeah.
Good news is, he's totally protected from your creatures now. Just what you wanted to hear. Here comes a Might of Old Krosa, making that Blighted Agent a 5/5.
Yep.
Oh, you've got 6 cards in your graveyard.
I have 6 in my graveyard now. He also has 2 mana available to him.
You...
But if he didn't opt to bolt my guy or do anything when I played the pump spell, he could have an Echoing Truth, because that was something that some players ran in the sideboard. But I figured I'd try it, because there's a chance if he gets another turn, he just kills me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I say, let's try it, and he goes, I'll remand that.
Yeah. Solid. Yep. Draw a card. Do you draw a card? Okay. Solid. 7 poison. He's still in this.
Still in it.
Only thing...
Everything costs 1 less.
Nan can potentially play an Apostle's Blessing to protect his Blighted Agent. or a mutagenic.
True.
Mutagenic, Apostle's Blessing. Are you running Apostles?
One. A singleton.
One. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's true. Brawl has a counter ability there.
Can't wait for you to try and type this.
Right?
Okay, I would just stop there. There you go. He does. Whenever you spell or ability you control counters a spell, you may draw a card. Interesting.
You do discard a card, yeah.
I didn't even think.
So now he's going to just grape shot him.
Yep. Dead Blighted Agent. Missed opportunities. Alright. Activate. Combat. Get in there. Pays 2 life. Puts him to 14. This is death.
This is death.
If he allows it to happen.
And he allows it to happen.
With the old chief. Dang. Well, I mean, he probably didn't have...
So we discussed... Yeah, so this is the whole thing. Those are the 2 cards he bought him.
Yeah.
And he was saying how I don't think I should have put those on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, looking at how that game played out, like, if he had had gifts, he just wins, essentially. Because he just killed off all my creatures. It had dragged out. Like, he had Brawl again for a second time.
Yeah.
Had 4 mana. Like...
Yeah.
That's plenty for him to just be like, all right, here's 4 spells.
Absolutely.
One of them is going to be Past in Flames from those 4.
Right.
So.
Yep.
But he's new to the deck, and
it's true. He hasn't figured out how to just top deck what he needs with the Storm deck.
No, he's also talked about like the Storm deck. A lot of people think it's very easy to pilot. Because it's just you're playing solitaire, you just draw cards and stuff like that. But it's very difficult to know when to go off sometimes.
Yep.
And sometimes it's like that fine line of, okay, is now the time that I'm supposed to try to do this?
True.
Do I have enough mana accelerators or draw spells to try to dig for a grape shot? Because I don't have it in my hand right now. I don't have a gifts, like,
right.
Or, that sort of thing. So there's that kind of... intensity to it if you play. So, good on Jeremy though for trying something new and different, right?
What a guy.
What a guy.
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Good on Jeremy for trying something new. I still beat him.
Ah, I didn't say that.
Good on him.
Listen.
Stepping out of his comfort zone.
And then here I am playing Infect again.
What a scumbag.
Like, so round 1. Me being a scumbag again.
What a guy.
Well, that's how it goes. Let's see round 2, though.
Sure.
Because I don't remember who's on camera.
I don't either. This should be fun.